Hey guys, long time no see. It has been, what, like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. I am back for the most part. If you cannot tell, I have been so sick, as well as I think almost everyone else has. I've seen it all over the news how bad the flu is this year. Anyway, I have it, alright? So here I am crawling out from under my bed, and we're gonna do a chit chat. Get ready with me so I can tell you guys some stories and just kind of talk about some stuff with you guys, because I've missed you all. It's been so weird not having like regular posts go up. My hair is wet right now, not just really greasy. Promise, it should dry throughout the duration of this video. But that's the longest intro I'm gonna do. Let's just get right into it. I will start my makeup and I will get to talking to you guys about some stuff. So I'm gonna start off with this Glam Glow Water Burst Moisturizer. It looks like this. I thought it was going to be more clear, but it is like a regular like cream, just blue. So I've been wanting to try this. I need to put it in my bathroom so I can like switch it out for my regular moisturizer. It smells exactly like a lot of the other Glam Glow stuff, like the cleanser and the other moisturizers. It smells really good. So I'm sure you guys read like the title to this video and you're like, Emily, are you being dramatic? And well, like a little bit, but let me tell you guys the story. So basically I had a friend come and visit me, and I've known her probably the longest out of any other friend that I have. I've known her for like 10 years probably at this point. So she came to visit me, and that was all good. We were going all around Portland. We went to a bunch of plant stuff. We went to a lot of good food places. I'm going to be using the foundation that we made. If you haven't seen me make this, check out my previous video where I mix every one of my foundations together. I'm going to use it because I have it, so why not? She came to visit me last week, and we were out and about just kind of like going around Portland like you do when someone's visiting. And we basically went all up and down Alberta Street and kind of hung around that area. And then she wanted to kind of look at some of more the naturey stuff, but it was going to rain. And so basically I just took her to the usual dog park that I go to, which is Mount Tabor. All was good. Someone stole my dog leash while I was there, but it's fine. That's not a big deal. And then on the way back, she wanted to stop at like a plant nursery. So basically just like a place with a bunch of plants. So I was like, all right, cool. She just wanted to go in real quick and take some pictures because she really likes plants. Wanted to take some pictures. I don't know. So I come out and I see that my license plate was bent, so I was like, that is so weird. I was just kind of looking at it, but my car didn't look damaged. So I was like, I just kind of like brushed it off because I'm with my friend. But then like we were in the car driving back to my house, I was thinking that license plate number didn't sound right to me because my license plate kind of spells out like, not a word necessarily, but like you can pronounce the letters on my... You could like pronounce the 3 letters on my car, you know, so I kind of just like got it right away when I first got those license plates. I was thinking that it didn't match, but I kind of just thought maybe I was being paranoid. Maybe I was letting my anxiety take over. So I kind of just was like, it's fine. I'll just check when I get home. So I get home, and so I check again, and my front license plate does not match my back license plate. So I was like, okay, I check my registration to make sure that I'm not crazy, and the front one definitely did not match my registration, but my back license plate did. Here in Oregon, you have to have a license plate on the front and the back. So long story longer, someone had switched my front license plate with someone else's plate. And obviously, it's really hard to know how long it's been like that. I don't think it's probably been that long, but also... How would you know? You know, no one like does a 360 around their car every day. At least I don't. So I called my dad because like I'm not that great of an adult. So I was like, hey Dad, what do I do? And he was like, you need to call the police because someone has your license plate. So I was like, you right. So I called the police and they sent an officer down. And I was low-key kind of scared to call the police because I have the windows on my car like really blacked out, you know, like probably more than is technically allowed, and I just didn't want to get in trouble for it. Although I'm sure the cop wanted to say something, he didn't, so that was nice. But he basically took the license plate off and told me to just go to the DMV, get a new one, you know, like asked me some basic questions like, you know, when did you notice and that kind of stuff. I answered, and then that was kind of it. He kind of just took it, you know, told me to go to the DMV. But he also said, like, you know, don't be surprised if you get pulled over because I have to report your plates stolen. So basically, like, he had to report both of them stolen, or the number in general. It's stolen. It's a stolen license plate number. So I was like, okay, that's kind of scary, because, like, if they run your license plate, they're going to see that that license plate is reported stolen, and when they pull you over, they're going to think that you stole that car or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll try to go to the DMV, but when my friend came to visit me, she came in on a really, really late Tuesday, and then she was going to stay with me throughout the week, and then we were both going to head back to New Mexico on Saturday so that I could visit some of my family, so that way we kind of had like a really long trip together, and it was kind of like a two-parter, and like, who wants to deal with that kind of stuff when you have someone in town visiting you? So pretty much my plan was like to be careful and try not to get pulled over, but kind of just like deal with it until I got back into town the next week, because I just like didn't have time. But then like later that day at like 10 p.m., like at night, I get a call from that officer, and he's like, oh, I just wanted to make sure that you're not going to be, driving with your plates. You need to make sure that you take your other plate off before you drive. And I was like, oh, what? Like, you didn't say that. He pretty much was just like, don't be surprised if you get pulled over, not like, hey, don't drive with the plate. I think he accidentally told me wrong and was like concerned about that, because like, when else would they call you so late? But anyway, he calls me and he's like, oh, you shouldn't be driving on it. And I already had been, because he came at like 4 p.m. that day, and I was out. Basically, we left after he came because we had other stuff to do. So I had been driving with that all day. He at that point was like, oh no, it's definitely better to not have any plates at all on your car opposed to this one because it's stolen now. And I was like, oh, that's scary. Okay. So take the license plate off. I'm using a Iconic London cream contour kit, and I'm just kind of like putting it on light. So I take it off, and I really do not feel comfortable driving without plates. He said I'd be okay doing that for a couple days, but that's just not like a conversation I want to have with like a police officer after getting, pulled over. It doesn't seem like fun. So I was like, all right, I'll go the next day. Super inconvenient, but all right, just go to the DMV, get new plates. All done. So I do that the next day, spend like 3 hours in the DMV, like $80 later for new plates. I got new plates entirely, new numbers, new everything. It's all good, new registration. That's all done. So basically, fast forward to when I'm in New Mexico. I've been in New Mexico for like 2 days, so I think it was a Sunday night. This past Sunday night, I get a call at 2 a.m. And I deny it because it's 2 a.m. and I'm sick at that point. So someone calls you in the middle of the night. I'm not someone that's going to answer. I get so many spam phone calls. I just deny it. But it has a Portland number, and I have a New Mexico number. And I was like, so I deny it once, and I get the call again. So I decide I should answer it, and it's the cop again at 2 a.m. And he's just like, hey, I just want to make sure you're not driving with those plates. And I was like, no, I went to the DMV. It's all good. I got new ones entirely. Like, we're good. And he's just like, oh, okay, good. I wanted to give you an update because we found a stolen car with your plate on it. So we just wanted to make sure that you're not any risk. And now my plate number is in the system with like a memo or whatever, a note that it was found on a stolen car. Not just it's reported stolen, but it was found on a stolen car. So I pretty much tell him, nope, I got new plates. It's all good. I turned my other plate into the DMV. I no longer have possession of it. So yeah, that's basically how my plates got stolen. I don't know where they got stolen, if it was at my house or if it was while I was out and about. I don't know. So yeah, that's my story of how my plates got stolen. I got a call from a cop at 2 a.m. I don't know. Otherwise, no update to that. And then I haven't gotten a call since. I don't feel like past that they should really update you. I felt like it was weird getting 2 updates from the cop because I usually don't, usually you don't really get any updates on anything. So, yeah. Let me know if anything like that has ever happened to you. I thought that was so weird. Like, I knew it was kind of a thing, because, like, how else do people avoid getting caught with, like, stolen cars? But, like, still, I don't know. It's just so random, like, I don't know. I got this package while I was gone, and it is a MAC brush set, and it's on like a little waist belt type thing, and this is so amazing. I have never really used that many MAC brushes, and now that I got that story out of the way, I'm gonna go do my brows really quick so I don't drag this video on out forever. So I'm gonna use some stuff from the Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne collection. I was gonna do an entire video about this, but I sat down to film it. This was kind of when I was like pre-filming before my trip so I would have content. And if you have me on Snapchat, then you know I basically had hiccups, really bad hiccups, for like an entire day. And it was just gonna end up being like talking for 2 seconds, hiccup, talking for 2 seconds, hiccup, or like, and I would either have to like cut it out or leave it, and no one wants to watch that. Tiny bit into here just because I've done a... So I basically had to scrap that video, and I don't really like reviewing things when it's been out for a little while, so I'm just going to give a small little review here. So I'm not going to lie, when I first saw, basically the main thing that they were showing was this palette, and I'm not going to lie, I do not like the layout of this palette, but I do really like the colors. But what I think is honestly what I think the highlight of this collection is this Daydream palette, and I don't see anyone else talking about this, and I don't know why. This palette is so good. I feel like, you know, a lot of the time with collabs, sometimes you can see quality go down. I think that I saw quality go up on all of this stuff anyway. The shadows on these are so good. They blend out so nice, and they're so soft without being like too soft. They are amazing. I think this is by far probably one of the best palettes Urban Decay has ever kind of come out with, and the formula translates over to the Kaleidoscope one as well. These, I feel like is definitely that pop-up color, which I think it does well. I think it has a lot of really good colors. The only thing I just don't like is the layout. I'm someone that needs things organized in like light to dark or by like color gradient, you know. Personally, that's just me. I like when things are like nice and organized, and when they're not organized, I like can't wrap my head around it. So I'm going to be using the Daydream palette. I think this is a great neutral palette if you have a bunch of makeup, and also if you have no makeup. If you have no makeup, this is a great neutral palette, but also if you have a lot of makeup, this is going to probably replace your regular neutral palette that you use. It's just good. Alright, it's just really good. So I'm going to start off with my 224 synthetic brush, and I'm just going to kind of like put a crease color, and we'll just kind of go from there. So while I was out of town, one of you Snapchatted me and told me that Raw Beauty Christy mentioned that she liked my channel on her live stream, and I hadn't gotten around yet since I've been so sick to watching, but I just watched her stream, and that was so nice of her. So Christy, if you're watching this, I like you too. I just feel like it's weird seeing like these larger YouTubers watch my stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that was very nice of her, and I have been watching her for like who knows how long now, like a year probably. Oh, I also got a new phone. I got the X, which has been interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I got the X instead of the 8 so I could do portrait mode with the front camera, and it has been so good. I did not realize how good the iPhone camera has gotten. I had the 6 for so long, and I finally decided to get this new one because my battery was dying within like 20 minutes. I basically had to keep it charged all day long, so finally I was like, alright, I'm gonna get a new phone. It'll be good in case I ever decide to like start vlogging. I can use the camera on this since it's so good. So I did that. Some of you wanted me to I thought the comments were so funny when I was like, I got the X on my Snapchat, and some of you were like, will you review it? Can you imagine me reviewing this iPhone X? Be like, so guys, today I'm gonna review this iPhone X. The Face ID is interesting. It works, but not if you have a mouthful of food. So that's a downside. The speaker on this thing is so good though. I used to have to like put my phone really close to me because I'm someone that'll like put on a podcast and like clean, but I can be in the next room and still hear this. So good there. Hasn't been hard to get used to not having a home button, because for me, I always went and I clicked like that with my nail, and the 8 doesn't even have like a real button. It's just like a touch thing, which wouldn't have worked, which is partially why I just decided to go for the X, because I couldn't click it like that. I would have had to use my actual thumb, which I didn't want to do. And it takes a little bit to remember to like go like that to close out apps opposed to like clicking something, but it's really not that hard to get used to. I think everyone's having a hard time getting used to it and being a little bit dramatic. That's just me. 9 out of 10, the charge lasts me all day, so A+ in my book. Then I'm going to use some of this Stila Gold Goddess glitter because I bought this like 2-3 weeks ago and I haven't used it and I want to use it. So I'm just going to put it like all over my lid because like you can't really do wrong with glitter. In hindsight, I could have like blocked out my crease with some concealer, or I could have put down like another color underneath, but I kind of like the translucent glitter look. My friend gave me her sick while she was here, which means like when I went to New Mexico I was sick. So that was fine. I was getting obviously worse while I was there, but then it was time to fly back and I was like, alright, I can do this. And I don't know what happened on the plane. I think that we may or may not have like maybe started coming down a little too quickly. But oh my god, my ear, literally, I was so scared that my eardrums were gonna burst. The pressure in my head when we were like ascending, descending down was insane. I almost started crying. It felt like I was jamming something in my ear. It hurt so bad. And ever since then, and please guys, I don't want any advice. If I feel like I need to get it fixed, I'll go to a doctor, I promise. I'm okay. But regardless, I managed to get down just fine. No eardrums exploding. That was all good. You know, normally you like after a flight you like close your nose and you like blow and you like your ears pop. This ear popped. This one will not pop. It's been like a week almost since I got home and it still won't pop. Like I pretty much can only hear like 5% out of this ear. Other than that, I can't hear a thing. And it's like stuffed. And I got it to pop a tiny bit last night with like these drops that I had. But yeah, so that's my situation right now. I can hear like 95% out of this ear and like 5% out of this ear. So, and because I am literally going to the grocery store, I'm not going to be popping on any false lashes. Because I really just kind of wanted to just come and like talk to you guys a little bit. I've been getting lonely without you guys. I felt like just a video of me just sitting here talking about all of my life problems would not be entertaining. So alas, here I am doing my makeup and talking about all my issues. So yeah, regardless of the fact that I've been kind of MIA, I do have some really good videos planned for when I am no longer sick. Pretty much if you've been tagging me in certain ads that you've been seeing, I don't want to give it away, but on like Facebook and Instagram for like this hair thing and this nail thing, I have it. I have one of them anyway. I've been dealing with some back and forth with a non-shipped item with a company for a while, but I have all of that planned and some other really, really good videos. I just want to be able to like actually do the video opposed to just sit here and be like, I am so sick the entire time, because no one wants to watch that. I'm sure you guys are going to watch this one and be like, I get it. You're sick. So I'm going to use this highlighter, but I'm going to spray my face with Fix Plus before. I wanted to show you guys this too. So when I got this package from MAC with the Fix Plus, this one's regular and this one is coconut, it said like spray here, and I was like, why would I spray there? I'm not going to waste this. Then I saw people actually spraying it and I was like, oh, they really wanted us to spray it. So I figure I'll show you guys really quick. You basically get like a picture and it like dries up and you can do it again. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys that because when I got it, I was like, oh, okay, spray there. I thought that they like wanted us to maybe like smell the different versions that they did, like the coconut and the lavender. Right away, but I'm gonna just spray my face really quick. So this seemed like a good brush for this. This is the 109 synthetic brush from MAC, and I'm going to use this middle one. I had used a little bit of both of these before, but this one is definitely too dark for me, so I have to stick to this middle shade. And and then while I was at my mom's, she gave me like this stack of makeup that I guess she had gotten on accident from companies that accidentally sent it to her address. So I am going to use a gloss that I got, and this is a gloss from Dirty Little Secret in collaboration with Sadia Soleil on Instagram. I think she might have a YouTube, but this is their collaboration, and I think I got it technically back in like September. Opposed to making my mom like ship me all these packages, I just waited until I visited for her to give it to me. So yeah, this is, I guess, the finished look. I really like the glitter, and I, again, really like pretty much everything in this collab. But yeah, so here is the look. Sorry it's not like as good as normal, but lashes are not for me right now. My eyes will not stop watering. The last thing I need to do is probably try to put on lashes. So yeah, don't be surprised if you don't see another video for probably like at least another 3 days, but then I will be back with my normal videos every like 2 or 3 days with my normal variety of like hair, makeup, nail. You know, Valentine's Day is coming up. I have a couple nail ones that I want to do just because Valentine's Day is such a fun time for all the pink and the red, some of my favorite combinations of colors. If you can't see, I just did my roots, as in just, I mean like 2 hours ago. That's why my hair doesn't want to dry right now, but my roots are all white, so it's all good. I am now gonna go to Walmart and get myself some stuff to make myself soup. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like these Get Ready With Me's, please give this video a like so that I know. And I had missed you all so much. Tell me what you've been up to. Just leave a comment telling me, I don't know, anything. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!